hopefully this place is van life friendly. We'll see. Let's get some pepperoni. We'll do both of these. Classic Walmart trick. You go in for one thing or two things and you get 6 things. There you go. Look at that. Wow, look at that. That looks so good. Well, this is my life right now. I got the Xbox set up right here, and we got some pizza that we made, and we're currently in a Walmart parking lot right now. So, this is van life. This is what it is. You would have thought that I was some type of influencer, the amount of people that were staring at me in there. I usually don't, film myself working out at a Planet Fitness, just get in, get out, and do my thing. But trust me, I am the furthest thing from a fitness influencer. But we are currently here in Salt Lake City in Utah after visiting the 2 national parks of Arches and Canyonlands. And I gotta say, it's been pretty beautiful here in Utah. I can't really complain. Obviously, it's a lot warmer weather. It's like 70 to 80 degrees over here, but we are in the city and there's not a lot of places to stay, to be honest with you. Typically, we like to stay in a lot of off-road places, basically spots where it's off-road, right? You're kind of by yourself, and that's exactly where we've been these past couple of weeks. But, we typically don't like to stay in cities. We try to avoid cities as much as possible, to be honest with you. But now that we're going to the Salt Flats, which is an hour and a half away from Salt Lake City, we don't really have an option but to stay in the city. And on top of that, we haven't showered in a couple days, and basically the only places that there are Planet Fitnesses is in the city. So kind of a good and a bad thing here. For whatever reason, cities, specifically this one and others around as well that we've been to, aren't really too fond of people who live this type of lifestyle, living in RVs, vans, and buses. And honestly, they just don't want anyone living in their cars, which I kind of get to some degree, and also some degree, we are bringing them business. The city is obviously very beautiful, and a lot of people come and go in the city, so it's probably why it's so regulated. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's not a lot of options. The options are very few and far between here. And that's why tonight specifically, we are going to attempt to stay at a Walmart parking lot. And I say attempt because, usually 9 times out of 10, Walmarts are typically good with people who live this type of lifestyle and stay in their parking lot because, again, it's business for them. But those 1%ers as well do happen. We've gotten knocks at Walmart parking lots before, so it's really kind of a gamble here. So there's nothing really excited about staying overnight in a Walmart parking lot. It's pretty boring, to be honest with you. That's why I think I'm gonna spice it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna play some video games tonight, just because, these past couple videos I've been promising you guys, playing video games outside and in the bus, but, had some Wi-Fi issues, and also, we got stuck in a sandstorm when I attempted to play some video games outside as well. So I'm gonna try to do that tonight. And then, I think I'm going to try to go into Walmart, maybe make a meal, whatever they have, kind of feel it out to see what they have to offer. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my meal here, and I will see you guys at Walmart. Well, we made it to the Walmart for the night where we're going to be staying at, and I gotta say, I've never been to a Walmart with all of those views. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the snow-capped mountains, and then obviously right there is the Walmart. And it does seem like we do have some company as well. Looks like a tour bus, but I have seen some vans driving by. I don't know if they're going to be staying tonight, but hopefully this place is van life friendly. We'll see. Also, just a quick note, I've never really seen a Cybertruck before. That is the sickest thing ever. I'm definitely getting one of those whenever I can afford it. But like I said, it should be a really chill night. I think I'm just gonna, take out the Xbox and play some video games and chill out, maybe watch some Netflix. And then I think we're getting a little hungry too. I don't really feel like meal prepping. We're running out of groceries, but it's currently in the middle of the week. So I refuse to meal prep and cook for 2 hours long when it's a Wednesday at 7 o'clock at night. I just refuse to do it. So I'm going to try to go inside and find something we like as well. Pull this bad guy out of the dust because it is definitely collecting dust in here. But for those who do know me personally, you would know that I genuinely love playing video games. There's nothing more that I like to do, and since we're on the road, it's very time consuming. You know, we're constantly moving, so I don't really have time to play video games. And on top of that, you know, of course I do live with my girlfriend, so it's kind of unfair to ask her to, you know, essentially move on the other side of the bus for a couple hours. So that's why I haven't really played in a while. But I will say, and since we are in a Walmart parking lot, there's not a lot that you can really do except play video games or, you know, watch Netflix, because again, you're not going hiking out here. There's nothing really adventurous to do. So it's kind of the best opportunity to really do this. Not gonna lie, I didn't think that was gonna turn on because I haven't used it in a while, but glad it did. I might have an update though. Like I just said, I knew I was gonna have an update, which is really unfortunate. Updates don't really take that long. Again, we don't have the best Wi-Fi, and since I'm not at home, but and since we are in the city, it's better Wi-Fi than being off-road, I will say that. All right, so that is currently updating. It's probably gonna take around 50 minutes, so it shouldn't be that long, but we're definitely getting hungry here in Walmart, and we're gonna look for a meal. I know Walmart has a kind of a bad rep on meals, just because it's, you know, it's Walmart. It's known to be, I guess, a cheaper brand, but, you know, sometimes Walmart has some good meals. What are you in the mood for?
Barbecue chicken flatbread pizza.
Pizza?
And true-fru.
What's that?
No, barbecue chicken flatbread and the true-fru, the chocolate-covered strawberry things.
Okay. I'm not really the biggest fan of those. Maybe we can get something else. You want the flatbread, let me get something sweet.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Here we go. Do they have the, oh, here it is. Barbecue. Can we get the pepperoni too?
Sure.
Let's get some pepperoni. We'll do both of these. And then something sweet.
Okay.
Shit, again, I know it's Walmart, but like, come on, bro. How could you not even think that this is not good? I think these are good. I mean, it's a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna eat all of them, but can we get these?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get these. And of course, we need something to drink. We're running out of Gatorade. Oh, shit. There you go. Anyway, Gatorade Zeros, orange. Well, with the classic Walmart trick, you go in for one thing or two things and you get 6 things. But these were all needed. We needed Gatorades. We got 2 pizzas, which I think is plenty. Mm-hmm. And then of course we got our sweet treat, which is cool. And of course you got the snow-capped mountains in the background as well. Well, it seems like a good sign. It seems like the update is done. Although I will say, it does look like I'm updating Call of Duty, which is basically all I play. All I do is play Call of Duty. I play nothing else. So if that is not updated, then we're probably not going to be able to play it, but we'll see. Well, I couldn't really play as many video games as I wanted to, but I did get to talk to my friends for a little bit, which is always a win, especially when you're living out on the road. And you know, most of my hometown friends do play Xbox all the time, so it is nice to talk to them. But in other news, pepperoni and mozzarella stick flatbread, and of course we got our barbecue chicken flatbread as well. I think we're gonna cook one at a time, just because we don't have a freezer, but this isn't frozen, so Walmart, you know, basically just put it in a fridge, so if we are still hungry, we can cook it. If not, then we can save it for tomorrow or the next day, whatever. So we don't really have a pan, so gonna need to put this on tinfoil because the pan that we do have doesn't really work for pizzas. It's more for like, you know, basic baking, like cookies and brownies and everything. So the tinfoil on first. There we go. There you go. Look at that. And I am just going to answer this because I know a lot of people are going to ask, but this is a propane oven. It is electric and propane. The only reason why it's electric is to ignite the igniter, and that's it. The rest is propane. So we can have the ability to cook basically anything in here whenever we want. And you guys can probably see in there the flame. In any second, it should turn into a bigger flame. Any second now. And there it is. There we go. Let that sit for, I don't know, probably 10 to 15 minutes. It says 10 to 12, but. All right, how are we looking here? Let's see. That looks great. Oh my God. It's not as burnt. Not as burnt in the bottom. I'm gonna let it sit there for a little bit longer. Taking it out. Give it probably like 5 more minutes. All right, waited about another 5 minutes, and that looks a lot better. I think that's done. Wow, look at that. That looks so good. Now I got the Xbox set up right here, and we got some pizza that we made, and we're currently in a Walmart parking lot right now. So this is van life. This is what it is. But we got Kay cooking up the barbecue chicken. Turns out we're a lot more hungry than we really expected. We were looking to really just do one pizza tonight, but 2 it is. I'm gonna get this ready. All right, how do you want to cut this? You want to cut this into squares?
I've been
cutting into squares.
Yeah. You can get like 4. These things are steel.
Yeah, these things are a steal. $6 for a pizza. And look, I know it's Walmart, so you get what you get at Walmart, but I mean, come on. You can't really beat that. Kind of reminds me of Elios a little bit.
I know.
Haven't had Elios since I was like, what, 12? 13 maybe? It's been a while. There you go. Try this out. We each get 4 pieces.
I wish we had like
Parmesan.
Red pepper, yeah, and red pepper flakes.
Parmesan, dude. I love Parmesan right now.
Pretty good.
Did I undercook it?
Maybe, but
Maybe?
it's fine.
It's not bad. Walmart pizza. Well, I gotta say, we are still updating, probably not even halfway. Again, we are in a bus, so you can't really expect to have, you know, a lot of Wi-Fi. Kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to, you know, play tonight, but it is updating, and we are also going to the Salt Flats next, which also has some pretty good Wi-Fi, so it actually might be better if I could pull up the projector and play some video games out there. That'd be so sick, honestly. One of my life goals. So just like scenic places to play video games. That's all I want to do. We are also on the finale of Ink Master for season 9, I believe. So it's the last episode. I'm gonna turn that on, make some more pizza, and maybe get into some of these cinnamon swirl snacks. We'll see. Oh yeah, boy.
Tonight on the Ink Master, Peck versus Nunez live season finale.
Let's go.
Teams of hand-picked artists were battling it out. You have to live, breathe, eat, die this place right here.
Did you pull out the barbecue?
Yeah, no, it doesn't look good. It smells so good.
Yeah, did you cook it as much as I did?
Yeah, cook it a little bit more.
Yeah. I think the pepperoni wasn't as cooked as much. Oh, it smells good. Barbecue chicken going down.
That is not all. Dodge is raising the stakes.
So good.
Yeah, it's so good, but you also cooked it a lot more, which I like. It's a lot more crispier.
Teams don't really work really that well. Especially human beings.
Last night's stay wasn't as bad as I expected it to be honest. Obviously, there was no knocks, so that's good. We're still here. But yeah, it was pretty quiet. There is a couple other vans and RVs, and I think a actual tour bus behind us as well that stayed the night. So that made us feel a little bit comfortable. It seems like this Walmart is a little bit more receptive to people who live in their vehicles and everything. And again, Walmarts are kind of hit and miss. 90% of the time they let you stay, but that other 10%, they're not really reliant to people who live in their vehicles. So I will also say that staying overnight in a Walmart parking lot is pretty convenient. We do have a bathroom right here that we do number 1 and 2 in, and since Walmart offers bathrooms, we just get out of the bus, walk, and go to the bathroom there. So that's pretty convenient. And then whenever we need anything, like for example yesterday we needed paper towels and paper plates, and this morning I needed eggs and ground beef and everything, all I have to do is just walk up and go into the Walmart and pick it up. So obviously it is not the most attractive or landscapey scenic place that you could be at, but again, it is convenient when you're stopping by through the city for a couple days, and that's exactly why we're doing this. We are here in Salt Lake City, heading to the Salt Flats hopefully either today or tomorrow for the rest of the week and the weekend, so we can be back in those off-road spots, which is why we do this type of lifestyle. We don't do this to live in the city or live at Walmarts or live in parking lots, right? That's not why we do this, but it is pretty convenient if it has it to offer. That being said, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my breakfast, and then I have some work to do here this morning. But if you guys enjoyed this content, then like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.